Hi everybody, and welcome to your monthly reading by sign. We're going to see who is next for November. That will be Sagittarius. Welcome. Check out your moon and rising for a more complete view of the month. So we had Saturn turn direct November 3rd, and then we have a new moon happening on November 13th, and that'll be at 26 degrees Libra in sidereal astrology, followed by a full moon at 10 degrees Taurus on November 27th. Now, the new moon is conjunct Mars and opposite Uranus, and then the full moon the sun is still conjunct Mars, but then the moon is opposing that. So, let's take a look at what's in store for Sagittarius. Hey, I just realized your reading didn't come out this month. I think the last 2 months it has. So we're making progress, but in all seriousness, I've been moving, so things have been disorganized. Hopefully more stable now. Underneath we have the Queen of Air, Queen of Swords. Could be that new moon in Libra, a bunch of clarity or messages coming in. All right. Let's start with this card up here. We have the Two of Swords. That's moon in Libra. So we are talking around the 13th of November. Four of Earth, stability, security. After that, we have the Ace of Cups. Three of Fire, Three of Wands. Ten of Swords. And the Sun. That's a beautiful place to end up. The sun always makes everything brighter, and the fact that we have the Ace of Cups here as well. New love, healing, happiness, contentment. There could be a move for some of you, having to make a decision on whether to stay or go in a situation. It might be hard, but I'm hearing just rip off the Band-Aid. And there's so much better energy waiting for you on the other side. It's like you can't heal the wound if the sword is still in your skin. You have to take it out, clean it out, wrap it up, and then it could heal. So there's something you're moving on from, or maybe that you had refused to let go of, whether that be a grudge or a regret, something that was bringing you down emotionally, needed to be released. Could have been some depression you were struggling with, but with this Queen of Air underneath, this is taking charge. You tapping into your higher wisdom, recognizing that this is not the place or the vibration that you are to be at. There is just letting go of that comfortable thing. Just because it's comfortable doesn't mean it's healthy for you. Okay, a security blanket, somebody or something. All right. Starting with your first card, the Sun again. Wow. I can't emphasize that enough. So Leo, your sister sign, could be important, or it could have been around the new moon in Leo, around September. In sidereal astrology, in which you had to make this choice. We have sextile, a combination of tension and flow, potential and rewarding situation. Yeah, there's push and pull, I really love this thing, but I can't take it with me. So maybe this struggle between head and heart. Leo rules the heart. And we started with the Queen of Air, the Queen of Swords. Somebody's tugging at your heartstrings. Mercury, think, learn, network, and communicate. Mercury is more air here. Gemini, as in the Queen of Swords. Mercury also rules Virgo. So it's something you're getting a communication from your subconscious or your higher self. You hear it when you're meditating, when you're quiet. These messages will come to you and tell you the right thing to do, whatever the right thing is. It's what's in your best interest, in your soul's spiritual growth interest. Even though, yes, it may feel tense at first or difficult or no desire to let go. But then we have fire, confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. So that's your element. Remember that you are brave, and the lion is courage, strength. Real strength is letting go, not holding on. And underneath we have house 6, Virgo, also ruled by Mercury, establishing a foundation, the 4 coins, health, daily life, practical details. So yeah, taking care of your daily routine or establishing a new one is going to help with this transition of letting go. You see it as an opportunity to start new healthy patterns for yourself moving forward. Okay, see your moon, Queen of the Moon oracle for us. Okay, yeah, blue moon, unexpected. So at the beginning of this reading, we emphasized Libra, the new moon on the 26th. Again, that's opposite Uranus in Aries. So it could be this unexpected shift or change. You know, maybe you've been building up the courage to take a leap or to make this change. And now this new moon is your opportunity to, again, establish a new foundation or routine for yourself. Something even that you're passionate about, some project you want to start with the Ace of Cups. But it's a bright idea, whatever it is. Okay. And underneath we have Wisdom, 22, the Master Builder number, and we started with the Queen of Swords. So your soul knows the way. Okay. Let's see what your journey cards have for us. Sagittarius, you're the adventurer, though. I think this is part of just like a hermit crab changing shells. Something, you know, leaving behind the old home, the old identity. It is Scorpio season almost. Highest self. Didn't I mention the Queen of Swords, highest self, coming through with this clear message for you. Underneath we have play. That again is the house of Leo. Don't take it so seriously. Don't stress out over it. It's all under control, well, as much as it can be, but it's out of your control. That's why it feels like anxiety inducing, but you're grounded here. There's ability there to stay grounded in the Four of Coins. And we also have integrity. This makes you think of integration. The Temperance card, which is ruled by you, Sag, but integrating the dark and the light. The good with the bad, take the bad with the good. But it has to do with transmutation as well, the Temperance card. Integrity too, though, I feel like you had to maintain your integrity. That was the decision. I mentioned putting yourself first, what's in your highest good. So maintaining or establishing integrity and belief in yourself. Okay, so when we act true to ourselves, it creates inner harmony. This isn't about gospelizing our truth. It's about being honest with ourselves and staying true to what is right for us while being kind and having strong boundaries. Deep down, you already know what you want and what you're here for. That knowledge has always been a part of you. Integrity is a fire that burns away everything that obscures our truths while creating a safe boundary around that knowledge. When we align our life to our truth, the way becomes very clear. And that could be the clarity too with the Queen of Swords, or your truth being spoken as the Queen of Swords around the new moon in Libra, saying this is my decision, this is where I'm going. That's the communication too with Mercury too. It could be an unexpected communication, either an invitation inviting you to go somewhere with an opportunity, or you're unexpectedly announcing something to someone they weren't anticipating. Your departure, your decision to go forward on a project, something like that. You may have taken them off guard. They didn't expect this from you, to take such charge of the situation. Maybe you're more the quiet type, kind of sit in the background. You observe more than you speak. And now with this Mercury showing up, it's time to speak. Okay. And that is powerful. I mean, our words are power. They generate what we want to see come into form, but also it's our expression. It expresses our identity, our ego's desire, with the sun showing up twice. Since Leo rules the solar plexus, the sun. And it's being illustrated here as well. Following your will, following your identity, your true path. Let's see what your ancestors can add to this. Okay. Got quite a few that flipped over. We have Hermit, so I was thinking that's the Virgo card too. Retreat and recharge, and plus the wisdom that you have. Wisdom under here is going to see you through any darkness. You are relying on your light to carry you through. Summer, bask in joy and light. There's the sun. Yep, you have a very powerful solar plexus within you. It may have been blocked recently. Maybe just doing what other people tell you and not thinking that your opinion or your desires matter, but they sure do. And I think this could be a gaining of courage to express that to somebody. Great teacher, learn from spiritual experience. Yeah, that's, again, the wisdom of the hermit. Carrying something with you. You've learned your lesson, so you know when to draw a line on something. Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. It's not about being right, it's about being happy. You can rarely have both. So choose happiness for yourself. And underneath we have trust and thrive, the stag. So very strong emperor, masculine, protective energy, flourishing, abundant energy. Like I said, with this we have the Ace of Cups, overflowing with love and joy, and the sun twice showing up here. Things are very bright and resilient on the other side. Let's see if we can get an archetype card for you. It's like you're passing through the eye of a needle, aiming for a very small target, but there's a focused will and determination to see yourself through. Okay. One more. Okay, the prayer. So I mentioned the power of your words. So this is number 65. Title of the card is the worship, the reverence, the homage. What is prayer? What are we in? When are we in a state of prayer and when are we not? To whom or what do we pray? Archetypally, the practice of prayer has been with us since the dawn of time as a remedy for the omnipresent self-centered thinking that spins us toward illusion. Prayer leads us beyond our ego as we move from our little story to the big one. Some say we are in a state of prayer anytime we are not the center of our own thoughts. Others say prayer is a natural result of gratitude. Perhaps it is simply surrender or service. And that's the 6th house. We have Virgo, surrender, service, hermit, prayer, self-sacrifice. Whatever prayer is for you, this card reminds us of it's important. Get quiet, low, humble, and soft. Bow and touch the ground as your heart lifts to the sky. Though it may be uncomfortable, it is time. Nothing else will do. So part of this is you're in divine co-creation with the universe, that you can only do so much. Yes, you send your prayer out with your will. This is my wish, this is how I want it to be manifest. But you have to kind of let go of what it is or how you expect it to appear in your life, because it may look completely different than something you envision. But it is the creator or the universe responding to your output, and they're reciprocating with that energy. So keeping an open mind, letting go of control of what that outcome looks like specifically. Every song, kiss, breath, word can become a prayer. It is a feeling, not an action. Consider the ancient mantra, Og Namo Guru Dev Namo. I bow to the creative consciousness within. I bow to the teacher within. And here we have spiritual teacher here. So I mentioned it with the hermit carrying the lantern with him. He's carrying his wisdom, his experience through this darkness and relying on himself to get through. Everything that you're learning, you're teaching yourself, or it could be seen as a remembering from previous lives. You are your greatest teacher. There's really nothing bigger or more knowledgeable outside of yourself. And experiment with the act of bowing down. Nearly all spiritual traditions make a practice of prostration. So maybe that's just a reference to getting lower, getting more connected to the ground, as we had the 4 of coins show up too. That's the boundaries, and it's also firm, secure discharge of negative energy. So let's move on to the alchemy card. Alchemy for Sag. All right, you know what? We're going to go with those two. The darkening. Things are getting darker in the northern hemisphere. We have the summer show up again, the light and the darkness, and Mercury, once again, Quicksilver showing up. Change is inevitable. I didn't even address this card. Autumn, release the old and rest. Yeah. It's time to pull your energy within. You really are starting to reach a cocoon phase. The answers are within. There's maybe negative interference or distractions on the outside, and you're beginning to value more and more your own energy, trying to replenish that sun within you if you've expended a lot of energy on others in the past. Okay, now put this here for you. Gratitude, be grateful for all you have. Even the card of prayer mentions that. Maybe it's being in gratitude. You may be sending, well, it's also part of the manifestation, sending prayers of thanks and being grateful for what you have as if you already have it, for whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. It already exists. So just aligning yourself in prayer with that form, with that outcome that you see yourself as. The more time you spend in that, the more that vibration strengthens and starts to attract and manifest that reality into your life. And underneath, yeah, confrontation, pick your battles wisely. There's a wasted energy in conflict with others right now. There is a more important task at hand within you. We're going to get some runes for you. Noise warning for headphones. I'm going to mix this up. All right. Sagittarius. Okay, I believe now that is Manez. And all right, so yeah, the actual translation is man or mankind, humankind. For Thor's in the rune, Manez is the human archetype. It is man as a manifestation of the divine, the expressional fulfillment of human potential, intelligence, reason, memory, tradition. In addition, he sees it as the archetypal androgen. It is the rune of Mani, the moon, the synthesis of intuition and rationality, transformation and essence. Gunderson provides a thought-provoking analysis of the myth in relationship to Celtic and other analogs. Manez as the rune of the rational mind in which the powers of the right and left sides of the brain, thought and memory, interact. So I mentioned with Gemini here, Mercury showing up, left and right hemispheres working together, the subconscious and the conscious mind. The subconscious accesses the divine, and in order to do that, you need to be in a place of receptivity of feminine energy, and that requires release of control. The identification of the M rune with the moon suggests all sorts of additional associations. The man and the moon, the relationship between the moon and fertility, moon cycles in women and man, spiritual inheritance, and access to the collective unconscious. All of these are very similar to the concepts associated with the sphere of Yesod and Kabbalah, which governs physical fertility and access to the astral realm of images. So Yesod is the Sephirot ruled by the moon, and through that portal is how everything manifests on earth spiritually. So if you look at the Kabbalistic tree of life, we have Kether at the top, Malkuth at the bottom, so heaven and earth, and right above earth you have Yesod, and it's the portal into this realm. Which is why, when mothers give birth, our female cycles are synced with the moon. We give birth to a human through that portal. All right. Moving on. This rune might indicate either the positive or negative aspects of the human condition. It seems to raise questions of identity and function, what it means to be human, and how one fulfills one's potential, as well as one relates to human society and what one's purpose and function in life should be. In a reading on a spiritual question, it might indicate a need to tap into the powers of the collective unconscious, to draw on race memory for creative solutions and a way of revisioning the world. Thorson feels that the rune indicates self-realization, the fulfillment of human potential, acceptance of the human condition. Gunderson says that Manez is useful in mental work for strengthening intelligence and memory and for psychic awakening. Well, we started this reading with the mind, the mental, psychic awakening, intelligence and memory. I mentioned remembering your past spiritual gifts. In magic, it is the rune of the Victi, the integrated and disciplined mind. And here we had integrity, integration. That's what I was feeling with that. The integrated mind, left, right, masculine, feminine, conscious, subconscious. Okay. Its danger is pride if one thinks that one has been set apart from the rest of humanity. Maybe that's part of the hermit vibe too, because it's like thinking you're better than other people by isolating yourself. Oh, I can't relate to anyone. Everyone's a disappointment. They can't measure up to the secrets that I've found in my life and the happiness I've found there. So that's the dark side. That can be the danger of isolation or feeling like superior, having a complex about that. So keeping the pride and the ego and humble and in check. Maybe that's why Leo showed up here twice. Leos are very proud. And that's the dark side of ego. It's good to have strong ego and will, but not to the point where you think that you are the center of this creation, because you're not. It's only in cooperation with the divine that you even manifested this. You're only a piece of the puzzle. Okay. A rune of interdependence, responsibility, cooperation, and social relationship. It indicates people in service occupations or a need to get outside help. It can also contribute to clear and creative thought and the power of creative visualization. To Peterson, however, it represents the self, humanity, human frailty, and or untrustworthiness and distrust. Okay, so with this rune, it's helping you identify self and purpose. But don't let your pride of that achievement consume you in the end. It's a great gift that you've even made it to this level of insight. Not many people will take the time or resources to do that. There's exploration. I mentioned you're the explorer, right? 9th house of long distance travel. Could be exploring the farthest reaches of your mind too. You can do the inner travel. And then we have responsibility. Yeah, with great power comes great responsibility. So you have, again, this responsibility to service. The house 6, Virgo, house of service, everyday life. So when you provide a service, that's how you become abundant. Your value increases. So it could be surrounding, again, learning with the great teacher here, learning a new skill as well, marketing a skill. A trade that you do every day as your job. And finally, grace. Yeah, remain graceful. Remain humble in the whole process. And that will ensure your continued success. All right, Sagittarius, best wishes for November. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.